Hi, I'm Marta Bloom, and this is Hollywood on Top. Each week, I like to bring in a friend, someone in the know, to help me break down what's going down in Tinseltown. Today, I have with me an internationally acclaimed life management expert, trendsetter, motivational author, and celebrity hypnotherapist. Please welcome my good friend, Kimberly Freigmother. Please have a seat. It's so good to see you.
You too.
But you know, everywhere I look, there you are. Every time I open a magazine.
So you don't miss me.
I do though.
Aww.
But you know, here you are with Wolfgang Puck, and apparently it says that he is mesmerized by you. Woo!
I'm
And this is
mesmerized
on
by
the
his
latest
cooking.
one. Kimberly, the first time we talked about hypnosis was at Shangri Las Vegas, your beautiful home in the desert. It was so fascinating. It was an oasis. As a hypnotist, you are using hypnotherapy to help people. Does it work?
It absolutely works. So there's the conscious and the subconscious, and this hypnosis works strictly with the subconscious. And so the way I like to just phrase it to people is if you have a brain, you're in the game. Because, you know, obviously it works because you are thinking about everything all the time subconsciously.
Okay, I'm gonna make an appointment. I wanna get hypnotized.
Happy to have you. Get on board.
Well, how can you tell if someone is suggestible to hypnotic trance?
Everyone is really suggestible because you have a subconscious. And the subconscious, if you imagine it kind of like your screensaver on your computer or your own personal stenographer, it just takes in information. And the subconscious is there to filter out, like people dream, everyone dreams, right?
Right.
So it's of that part of the mind that works. So everyone's suggestible.
Are celebrities easier to hypnotize?
You know, thank you for asking. I get asked that a lot, and it really boils down to...
Because you have hypnotized yourself.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, a lot. And
Okay.
self-hypnosis is actually very powerful. But as far as celebrities go, it really is a creative person that creates a great subject. So clients will come along that are super creative, an artist, perhaps a musician, or someone who's in the creative space already. It helps them to imagine very easily. So for example, like meditation is a form of hypnosis. So if you imagine someone who meditates a lot and they come, they may not be an actor or a director or whatever, but they're in that imaginary space already.
I know this is going to sound crazy to some people out there, but did you hypnotize a dog?
I did.
Tell me
I
about it.
hypnotized my dog. Well, it's an interesting story because she
Which
was
one?
So Pearl.
Oh, little
Sweet Pearl. Yeah, Pearl, my girl.
Mm-hmm.
So she was expecting, and we travel a lot, my husband and I, and so we really wanted to know when she was going to have her puppies. So I thought it just works great on animals, and it always has, so I should hypnotize her to find out. So just making a long story short, I laid her out, and I got her nice and relaxed, and I asked her, if you understand what mommy's asking, would you raise your right paw? And it happened that she was laying on her left side. So she raised her paw.
Oh.
So I did look over to Brad and I said, make sure that you see this, because I wanted him to really experience it. And it's really neat because children, animals, some people that don't have a lot of critical thinking obstructions, so to speak, are super easy to hypnotize. And even if a creature, let's just call it, doesn't speak, it's okay because you can blink, you can tap a paw, you could tap a hoof, you know, you could moo, you could do whatever.
Yeah.
You know, you're just communicating with the animal. So it doesn't really matter the form of communication coming back if you know the correct way to ask the question. So in essence, I asked her when she was ready to have the puppies, when she knew that the puppies were ready to be born, and she said Sunday. And so it was about 10 days after that. It actually was the night of the Mayweather-McGregor fight. And she went into labor on Saturday night at 10:30, right after the fight, and she gave birth the next morning at 6 a.m. on Sunday.
That's amazing. I never heard of that before, but
Well.
that's why you're here. Why do so many celebrities need so much help?
You know, it's funny that you say that because it isn't really so much that they need the help, it's just our eyes are on them, right? So we're focused on them and hyper-focused on them, as you can see, really?
Absolutely.
So that's what we do. We're
I know
fascinated.
how you feel, my friend.
Right, we're fascinated by them. And so while their problems may seem more extreme and more super and bigger and, you know, sometimes worse as you see the news these days. It's not really that. It's their problems are everybody's problems. The same as the people in India, China, it doesn't matter where you go. It's actually the human condition. It's just we're watching.
You're working on a book and you shared some of it with me. Let me tell you, I think it's going to help a lot of people. With so much negativity news in the world today, it's hard to stay positive. What is one tip you can give our viewers from the book to help them find happiness?
I would say probably peripheral vision. It's your eyes take in so many bits of information per second that if you really focus on a spot, let's just say you can play with me, just look at me, and then imagine that your vision while you're staring at me is going to the periphery. So all of a sudden now you're looking out to the widths, to the left and to the right. When you're in that peripheral vision, it actually gives you a macro picture because a lot of fear, anxiety, anger, sadness comes from a micro focus of something that's irritating you or a problem. And so once you straighten up and you macro your vision out, you're actually unable to have a negative emotion during peripheral vision. So that's actually a good takeaway, a quick, easy thing you can do. You can do it while you're writing, you can do it while you're reading, you can do it while you're driving. It's just getting the whole picture. You'll feel better right away. It's pretty remarkable. I say try that.
Okay, I will.
How you feeling?
I'm gonna have to let you know how it went.
Please.
Okay. Thank you for being here, Kimberly. You're always so inspirational. Earlier today, Kimberly and I had a chance to sit down with another inspirational person. She's a model, actress, philanthropist, mother, and el presidente of her own production company. Who is she? Find out next. I'm Marta Bloom.
And I'm Kimberly Friedmutter.
And you're watching Hollywood on Top.